Hi everyone, welcome to Javaras. In this video, we will continue working on person blog project. In the previous video, we were able to show this admin screen. Now in this video, we will show the screen to create a new article and we will save the new article in our database. So let's get started. First of all, I will see if the database container is running or not. So it is not running. So I will just say docker compose upd. So that container has been started and I want to initialize the database with some content so that we can see the list of articles in the admin page and in the home page. For that, we need to have initdb profile active. So in the .env file, I will activate this initdb profile. I will save it and I will run the application. When I run it, we can see database initialization complete. So few articles have been created in the database. Now I will stop it and I will remove this initdb so that whenever we restart the database, we don't generate the articles again and again. We'll save it. I will start it. And okay. So now we don't see that database has been initialized because initdb profile is not active. But the previously created articles are still in the database. So let me open another terminal here. And here I will run the npm command to watch for changes in HTML, CSS, these files. First of all, let me go to package.json. I want to start this one, this watch command. So I will say npm run build and npm run watch. So this will keep watching for changes in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SVG, these files, and it will process them and put them in the target directory. Okay, so let's go here and I will open a new incognito window. I will go to localhost 8080. So we can see this page because there is no login or no authentication required to view the articles. But if we go to admin page, let me go to admin, then it is asking us for username and password. And we have specified in the previous video that username and password are admin, and you can change them in. So you can just change these environment variables in your system, or you can put them in .env file, and they will be picked up. Okay, so we can see the list of articles here as well, and we can go to any article as well. Everything else will work, but here we see new buttons. There is one new button to create a new article, one edit button to edit an article, and delete button to delete any article. So that has been covered till the previous video. In this video, whenever we click on new button, we want to show them an screen to edit the article, edit the new article, and then we should be able to save the article in the database. So let's do that now. If I click on new button, we see articles new. But first of all, I want to change this. I don't want the route to be articles new. I want it to be just new. So I will go to admin.html file. I'll just close it for now. And whenever I open it, I can see it here. I will just close it, go to admin.html. And here, okay, so whenever we click on new, let's make it plus new. Then I just want to send a GET request to this new endpoint. I will save it. Now let's go to article controller. And here we have this admin screen. Now I want to have one get mapping to new path. Let's create that get mapping new. So this path is responsible to uh, low, render the form to create a new article. And we will say that pre-authorized has role admin. So only admin should be able to visit that page. Now let's say public string new, or I will say create article form, and let's just get get one model. Okay. Now what we want to do is this controller will put one article in the model, and that article will be used in the form. So whatever changes we do in the form, the actual changes will be done in the article attribute, so that whenever we submit the form, we get back that article as a form, as a part of model attribute. So I want to put the article, but I don't want to put the actual article here. So since this is a data transfer, so in order to have data transfer between controller and view, I want to create another class. So if you see, we have many classes. This article class uh, is is a DTO, or data transfer object, between our code and database. Then there is another one which is this, I guess, create article parameters. So this class is DTO between our controller and our service, our uh, and now we will create another DTO, which will be data transfer object between our controller and our view. And since that is specific to web, I will create a new Java file here, and I will call it create article form data. Okay. Now let's give it some attributes. So I will give it title. Okay. So we have title. Then I will give it publish date, which will be local date, not a string. And then we have content. Now let's add some validation here as well. So first of all, I will say this should not be null from Jakarta. Title should not be null. And also, let's say size. So the size of title should be from 1 to 100. And publish date should not be null. I will say not null. And the content should also not be null. And let's say the size of content should be from, let's say, 20 characters. So minimum 20 characters are required in the content. And let's say maximum of 3000 characters. So, okay, so this means, okay, let's make it more. I will say 10,000 characters. Okay, so this is the maximum size of the content. Then we have this no org constructor. I don't want to have any constructor with arguments. So this should be local date, and then this should be local date as well. Okay, so we created this one. Now let's create a toString method. ToString, and this has been generated automatically using GitHub Copilot. Okay, so we have this create article form data class. I will just save it, and here I will add one attribute called article, and it will be new create article form data. So let's do that, new create article form data. Okay, so that is it. I will just save it. And after that, we will return this article new. So instead of new, okay, if we go here, we can see that the form to create a new article and update an existing article are similar. So that we don't need to create two different templates for it. We can just reuse one template, and we can conditionally display whether it is update article or new article, whether it is update button or publish button. So these labels can be displayed dynamically using some conditions. So we don't need to create two different templates. So I will call it edit. So edit template. Now this is edit template, but we need to know whether we are editing the article or we are updating an existing article. So for that, in the web layer itself, I will create an enum which will be edit mode. Now edit mode can be either create, so create, or it can be update. So you can name it whatever you want. Let's say create, edit, create, update, or new update, whatever you want. But I am calling them create and update. So we need to provide that mode as well in the model. I will say model.attribute. The attribute name will be edit mode and its value will be create since we are creating an article. Okay, that is it. I will just save it. Now let's go to articles and create a new file called edit.html. Okay, so this will be the template to edit a new article. Sorry, create a new article and updating the existing article both. So first of all, we will just focus on creating an article. So like we may handle updating the parts at some places, but not at all the places. So that will be handled in the next video. So I will just create one HTML file here, and I will add the tag for thymeleaf like that. Now this title will be rendered conditionally, whether we are updating an article or whether we are creating a new article. So let's just say title here, and here we will provide th text, th text, and I will say if edit mode dot name is create. So if it is create, then we will just say that okay, create article. Otherwise, we can say update article. Okay, so this is that. Let's save it, and in the body, I will have one h1 element here, and here as well. I will just copy this and I will paste it here. And let's add some CSS and these things as well. So I will just go to article, and so let's go to index, because here we have many things. So I will just copy all these things and I will put them in edit.html here. Let's delete this UTF-8 viewport. So here we have this style sheet as well, and I will move this title. I will cut it from here. I will move it here. Okay, and this is the h1 tag. So let's just save it and reload the page. Okay, we need to restart the server because we made changes in Java code. Let's reload it now. Now we can see it says 400 bad request. And why is that? Failed to convert from type string to type path variable. So let's go to, okay, because it is articles new. I don't want that. I just want to send request to new. And we can see this create article being printed here and create article here as well. Okay, so that being said, now we will work in this form only for a while. So this h1 I will just copy from article. I will just copy this class and put it here. But we don't want the text to be in center. It's okay to for it to be in the left. Okay, so that is it. So save it, reload it. Now we can see create article. But I will copy the style for body as well. Let's go to index. This is the body MX auto. Then margin top 2, padding 2, and this is max width. Copy it and paste it here. Inside class, save it, reload it. Okay, class equal to empty2, p2, max, w screen empty. Yeah, I think we missed something. MX auto. MX. Okay, now we have create article in the middle. Okay, that's good. Now let's create a form. So I will just create a form here. Form, let's say ttcli. Okay, so what it says is if edit mode.name is create, then we will send a post request to articles. That's fine. Otherwise, we will send one post request to articles and then the article ID. Okay, that is good. And the method will be post. I want to give some ID as well for this form. So ID will be article form. Then we have th action. Then we have th method. And let's give some class as well. Flex call and p1. Okay. Yeah, that is fine. We don't want these input attributes. So they will be provided automatically. For now, let's remove both of these. Okay. And I will remove this as well. Let's just close the form. So this is our form. Now inside form, we want to create few inputs. So the first input will be, sorry about that. First input will be for article's title. Let's create that. Input type is text and name is article. Name is title. Its ID will be title. Okay, I want to put one more thing here and let's call it th object and article. So this article is coming from the in the model. So we are specifying this article as the object for this form so that we can use the fields of this article in this form. So now here we have type text, name, title, ID, title, placeholder. But I first of all I want to create a div here, and in this div first of all I want to create a label. So label for title class text at 500 title. Then we have input, and I will specify th field start title. So this is start means the object. So this object, that means this title. So this input field is bound to the title of the article. That means if the article's title changes, then the value in this field will change. And when the value in this field changes, then the article's title will also get changed. Okay. So let's save it and see if it works or not. I will reload the page and we can see the title here. And I want the width to be 100%, or that should be something width 1 by 2, 50%. Then okay, width full. So let's use that. W full. Save it and refresh it. Okay, so this is the title of the article, and I want the title to be required. Okay, so let's do that. Name th field class. Let's mark it required, and I will say min length. Minimum length should be what was the minimum length? If we go here, let's say minimum length should be 5, and so I will go here, minimum length 5 and maximum length 100. Okay, that is it. Save it. So if you want to be able to enter more than 100 characters for this input, I will just copy it, and for this will be published date. Class will be this one. Let's call it published date, and type will be date. ID will be published date, not data. Name will be published date. Th field will be published date, and this is required. We don't need min length and max length for date. Save it, reload it, and we see the published date as well. Now for this one, I will say class, and I will say flags. Let's say flags all here. Okay, save it, reload it, and also I will say margin, or okay, let's say port padding 1 and padding bottom. Yeah, I will say 4. Save it, reload it, and I will just use the same class. Yeah, you can say title publish date. Now I will copy this again. Now this will be for content. This is the class. Let's call it content. This will be text area. Type will be, do we have type in text area? I don't think we have. So I will just remove it. ID will be content. Name will be content. Field will be content. This is required. Now for it, we have min length and max length. So min length will be, let's say 20, and max length is 10,000. Is this correct? Okay, yeah, 20 and 10,000. Let's save it and reload it. We can see content. So the user can, increase this, but I want the content to be like this big by default. So I will just say, what do can we say rows? Yeah, rows. Let's specify 100 rows. Save it, reload it. I think 100 rows are too much. Let's specify 10 rows. Okay, this is 10 rows. Okay, that looks good. So we have title, publish date, and content here. Now I want to create two buttons. So let's create that. So okay. So we have this div. We have this one button here. Type submit. This is the class. Okay, so let's not have this delete button here. Okay. We will have another button to reset the form. So button type will be reset. Class will be bg select 500 text white e1 font semi bold, and I will say reset. And for the submit button, I don't want background to be select. I want background to be, let's say, green. Save it. And we have this reset button, and we have save button. Now, okay, let's go here. And first of all, I want these to be rounded. So I will just say rounded. and I want these buttons to be to have some gap in between. What we can do is we can specify some padding left for submit, or let's specify some padding right, sorry, margin right of 2, save it, and so we have reset and save here. Now I want some more padding, let's say padding 4. Okay, I want padding for only for, let's say, x axis, or y axis I will have padding 2. Save it and refresh it. Okay, so these looks good. I want these to go in the right side. So here, what I can do is justify and save it, refresh it. Okay. So we have this reset and save button. So if we put anything in title and let's publish that and content, click on reset, the form will get reset. Okay, let's say we don't have anything in title, click on save. Is that we need to fill in this field. Let's put A here, click on save. Now we get another error. Please lengthen this text to 5 characters or more. You are currently using 1 character. It's B, C, D, E. Now the error is gone. If we click on submit, we get error in the date field. If we provide the date, we get error in this text area. Let's click on network, and I will provide some content related to the article. Click on save. Now the request is gone. So this is the request. If we go to headers, we have post request to localhost 8080 and articles. We go to payload, we have the title, is published date and content. We have another thing called CSRF. So this is used to prevent cross-site request forgery. And so this is automatically handled by thymeleaf for us. Now we need to handle this request. Post request to articles endpoint. And all these three uh, attributes will be put in a model attribute called article so that we can access it easily. Let's go here. I will go to article controller and I will create a post mapping to articles. Yep. Now public string, I will say, since we are creating a new article, I will just uh, call it create article, and we will have few things here. So first of all, we want to validate the request or validate the model which is coming to us. So I will just say validated, and after that I will call it model attribute, because this will come from model attribute. The name of the attribute is article, because that is what we are sending here, and its type is create article from data, and let's call it data. Now just after this we need another variable which will tell us whether there is any error in the submitted data or not, and this is called binding result, and let's import binding result. Okay, I will say binding result, and after that we will get the model. Okay, that's fine. Now after that, first of all, we will check if we have any error in binding result dot has errors. Then we will just say model. We will add this edit mode as create, because this will not be persisted across different requests. This article is persisted because we are getting article back, and then this will be persisted in the model. But we need to add edit mode here, and after that we will return that same page again if we have some error. If we don't have any error, then we will proceed ahead. What we will do is this dot article service dot create article, but create article takes create article parameters. See, create article parameters. We don't have that. For that, what we can do is we can just say data dot to parameter. Now we don't have this method, so let's create this method. Okay, and this method must return a result of type string. Okay, we will do that. First of all, let's implement this method. So we need to create a new create article parameters. Let's return new create article parameters with the given title, publish date, and content. Okay, that is fine. Let's go back here. Once we create the article, so now article service will take create article parameters and it will save that in the database using article repository. After that, we will just redirect to admin page. We'll say admin, so that we will be able to see the list of articles again. Let's save it and restart the server. Yeah. Now let's go back to the home page and let's go to admin. Now we are not asked to log in again because we are already logged in. And since we are using HTTP basic, we are not sending any JSON token. Sorry, we are not sending any JSON token or anything. What we are sending is, you can see here JSON ID this one, and sorry, I think we should have something. Yeah, basic. We are sending username and password as like basic authorization header. So we are not asked to log in again. We can go to this one. Now let's click on this new button here. Now we need to create a new article. Let's create a new article. I will call it my first article. I will provide date and content. Say this is the content for first article. Click on save. Okay. Now if I go to this request, this is the post request to articles endpoint. This is the payload. This title, then publish date, and then this is the content. If we scroll down, we can see my first article here. Click on it, and we can see the article here. Let's go to home as well. This is my first article. Click here, and we can see the this is the content for first article. This is the publish date, and this is the title of the article. Now that is good, but there is one problem. So let's again go to admin. Okay. First of all, I will show you the problem. Then I will show you what is the reason for that problem. Then we will fix that problem. So I will just close it, create a new article. Let's say second article in a row. Let's provide some publish date. Okay, we can provide anything. Then content. This is first line. Now let's try to use some emojis. See, these also should work. Let's put emojis in the title as well. Okay. Now let's provide this is second line. Now let's give gap of one line. This is third line. Now let's put a gap of like more than one line. This is fourth line. Click on save, and we can see our and okay, second article in a row. So since we are not specifying any sorting order, so don't expect the new articles to be at the bottom or at the top. They can be anywhere. We will fix that problem in the last video of this series or somewhere. Click on second article. Okay, this looks good. Emojis are also being displayed correctly. Publish date is correct. But here is the problem. This is first line. After that, this is second line, third line, fourth line. So there are no line separators or anything. So this is the problem. Okay. So let's try to fix it. So first of all, let's see why we are getting this problem. Whether we are getting this problem while creating the article itself or we are getting this problem while displaying the article. Let's try to fix that. First of all, I will go to network. I will create a new article again and let's call it third article. I will use this as publish date. Let's say line 1, then line 2, line 3, line 4. Okay, and click on save. Let's go to this article. This is the request. Now here we can see we are sending the content like line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. Okay, so this is good. Now let's see whether this is being persisted in the database as we want or not. So for that, I will just open database viewer tool. So I will open the viewer and let's go to personal blog, database, schema, public tables, articles, data, and second article. And you can see these symbols. So these specify the new line characters. And this is my first article. This is the content for first article. Then I think there should be something called second article. Okay, let's no, this is second article. Sorry, this is the second article. Then third article. This is the third article. So here as well we can see that we are persisting the article correctly, but we are not displaying it as we should. So for that, what we can do is, let's go to the article.html, and here first of all I need to remove this u text because we want to escape the HTML characters. So first let's keep u text and I will show you why we should remove u text. Now after that we need to have one style here and white space and I will say pre-wrap. Now this will honor the new line characters. I will just save it and let's go here. Okay. So we saved that. Let's click on second article in a row and you can see we are able to display the articles as we should. Now, what is the problem with you? This u text. Okay. Okay. Let me show you that as well. Let me go back and I will create a new article. The title will be let's say fourth article, and here I will say this. Now let's say I will say this is first line. Then let's say someone write this p. This is bold text. So actually, if someone is trying typing this, someone is printing this in their article, we should be able to display this as it is to the user. We should not actually interpret that this means the text is bold. So we should not bold the text, but instead we should just display this as it is. So we display this b tag to the user, and then we display this tag and this closing b tag. Also, what user can do is user can put any JavaScript. So let's say script, then I will close the script here, and user says something like this: window dot alert. Let's say you are hacked. Okay, and click on save. The article has been saved, and where is it? Fourth article. Click here. Now you can see you are hacked here, and this text is bold. But what the author wanted is the author wanted to actually display the b tags and that is script in the article. They don't want them to be interpreted. So this is happening because we have u text here. But if we just remove u text, so now the HTML will be as kept. And we should actually always escape the HTML, JavaScript, and whatever we have. Let's refresh it. Now we can see we are displaying the script as it is. So that is the thing. So in this video, we were able to create a new article, and we were able to, fix few things as well while displaying the article. The first fix was removing the u text and replacing it with only text. The second was putting this style so that the new line characters are honored by the div element. So that is it with for this video. In the next video, we will edit the article. So the template is already there. We just need to do some modifications so that the update works as it is. And so whenever we click on new, we see create article, right? Yeah, it says new article, but that is fine. So thank you for watching the video. Please consider liking the video if you enjoyed that content, and share the video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will meet you in the next one. Until then, keep learning. Bye.